What is up? We are live. We are doing drafters today. We're doing a giveaway. We're already in the first drafters main. If you want to jump in, jump in. Let's say hi to the chat. We got Pepper Tony, we got Mike Rob, we got Jamie, we got JT, we got Bayou Bengal, who will also be doing a giveaway later today. We got W, we got Game Tight. Go ahead, jump in if you want to do a drafters main. I will set up the giveaway, but first, let's smash that intro.
Hey, hey, we're grinding through the torment. High volume, no management. Taming souls indecent. Grinding drafts through the abyss, no rest in our veins. Feel striking like lightning, flooding endless pains from late season voids. He's dropping all the flames. Bestball Degens unite, shattering the chains. Old school RB stacking fury, derailing trendy trains. Who is commanding the storm etched in our brains? Who? Hey, thunder in the names, claiming all the kills, flames, names. Degen wrath of fuse, stone age torment remains. Best ball eternal in Rumain's infernal domain. Pterodactyl pigs screaming, Cayman chaos reigns. Fossil fury fuels the fire, drafted through the veins.
All right, we're waiting on 8 still. It may take a little bit to fill. We got Victor, we got Bayou. It will be. Let me set this up. So, how's everybody's day going? What do you guys have going on? Hashtag who to enter the giveaway. We have it set up now. So there we go. We were a little behind today. So we got 6 more. Let's put on some background music while we wait. I think that's a little loud. There we go. Hit that like button. Yabba dabba doo. Who? What's up, Smooth? How we been? So we need 6 for a DK or a drafters here. Hashtag who to enter the giveaway. What we're gonna do is during the second draft, we're gonna do two drafters mains today, and during the second one, we are going to do a giveaway. We're drafting drafters today. I have a guest on tomorrow. We'll be back on over Underdog. Thursday, I'm not sure what we're doing yet, but I have something possibly happening that day. I think next Monday we're going to do another version of the members only stream that we did last week, to where I'm going to do a DraftKings main and I'm going to log it, and we're going to do the equity swap stuff that we did with the first one, where the chat also gets to pick the team. So that was fun the last time. Everybody seemed to like it. So we'll run it back, and DraftKings have a 30-second timers. I think it'll work out. I think it sounds fun. So poll question for the day. Which of these last names, which are also words, do you prefer? We got Waddle, Burden, Pierce, Flowers. This is a main. This is a main, not a super flex, sir. It's a main, not super flex. How are we doing, Brett? Thanks for popping in. I know that your work schedule's changed, so you haven't been able to do as many. I mean, there's a chance I'll do a super flex later. I'm going to do some super flex. I haven't done a lot this week. I actually so if you are a member and you're in the Discord, I just updated the ranks today. I did updates yesterday, but I noticed something on DK and on Underdog to where I thought something was slightly off. So I moved a couple players around. The updated ranks are in the Discord right now. What's up, Pepper Tony? How we doing, Quill? How's Quill? So I cut you on a day I can't draft. Not gonna download more loot on drafters. Got it. Totally get it. I mean, if we do a third draft, we'll probably move to a different site. But these first two are going to be drafters mains, and then we will. And during the second draft, we will roll a dice, whatever round that dice says, because I got 20-sided dice. That's when we'll do the drawing. And what you need to be able to win, you need an account on Drafters, and you need to be present and to make a comment within a round. I did. I got a pretty fun Chihuahua, by the way, near the end. Well, I drafted a couple of them on my phone while watching a movie, and it actually turned out one of them, it was this one. So this one, we got Lamar, Cam Ward, and Aaron Rodgers fell to 183. I was pretty solid, so we went ahead and did that. CMC, James Cook. CMC fell 3 spot, and then James Cook fell 3. So we got that, and then Kyron fell all the way back to round 4. We got Jonathan Brooks. I autoed into Mike Washington like an idiot, but that's fine. We got Zay Flowers back. So it's a CMC, James Cook, Kyron, Zay Flowers with Lamar coming back. Wide receivers, Rome, QJ fell to 87, Wandale, Stephon Diggs, Trey Harris, Jeremy Bernard, Pat Bryant, Tucker Kraft, Britton Strange. I love that team. Someone's D&Ds. Nope. Hey, it's all like you gotta take EV when you can get it. You caught me. Yeah, it is good enough. Yeah, so we got the 106. We got game tight at the 9. So we got game tight at the 9. We have Tiger Town at the 12 or at the 10. It looks like. Yeah. Let's go on. We got divided by 0 here at the 8, and Smokers at the 2. Let me set up the tool, the dog math thing. Let me make sure I go to my drafter setup. I don't have a drafter set up right now. We'll make this one. So this is still the old beta one. So this is what we're going to do. You got to set up for 75% ceiling and 25% or 75% floor, 25% ceiling to make sure we get a really nice balanced team that can also hit some spike weeks. By the way, if you guys don't have a drafters account, you can use promo code WHO to get a 100% deposit match for up to $100. And then you can join the you'll be able to join these drafts with us, and you'll be able to enter the drawing. Or actually win the drawing, because you need the drafters account to be able to win. Yeah, it was definitely tough to fill using fast drafts only. And as Quill said, 17 is probably enough. I wasn't sure if I was gonna max it or not. I ended up maxing it. Let's fix that. There we go. So Drake London, it likes Drake London a lot. I like Drake London more than AJ Brown. Anyway, I know the ADP everywhere has AJ Brown ahead of him. I don't know. I I think we're going to get a higher target share from Drake London than you will from AJ Brown. I do think New England will probably score more points, but they also, I think they have more weapons outside of AJ, like outside of just AJ Brown, than Atlanta has outside of London. So it's probably pretty close, honestly. Oh, and we have D-Boy here. Welcome. I went crazy and did 21 fast chihuahuas and only 4 slows. Yeah, I got all 25 in, but they were fast. But I also didn't go to work one day, which was Sunday. I had that the long live stream where I did a bunch of them. And then yesterday I done a bunch of them because I don't work Mondays. So I ended up being able to get all of them in, but I'm also a true degen, as we know. I didn't do much else, though, the last couple days. So Trey McBride in this range, I don't hate. He is my 3rd option left, maybe 4th. I definitely like Love and Brees more. I've talked a bunch about how I think you need to have one running back in these first rounds. But we're going to go ahead and do this. We're going to keep a double anchor. We're going to keep an elite tight end. And we're just going to hit running backs in the next few rounds, most likely. We probably a quarterback here, but we're definitely hitting running backs at 43 and 54. I don't think that this kind of team wins very often. I think you kind of need a running back in the first couple rounds. But with McBride there, I think it's fine. I should be out on the lake, but I'm here watching Bestball streams. Do whatever you need to do, man. If you need to go out there, enjoy the day, man. I'm not an outside person, so I just never want to be outside. So that's why Bestball's for me. I am definitely an indoor cat. That's what I am. I definitely want one of these players. I definitely want one of these guys for sure. Lamar Jackson, happy baby, taking Lamar Luther Burden here. Chan Hampton. Not what I would do. Not with Lamar shares being at 60 as well. Nice. Yeah, Javonte would be a clear smash here. Yeah, I want one of these guys for sure. I'm going to get one, so it's all good. I would prefer Jacobs. I think do I want Jacobs or do I want Scatabo? I don't know which one of these I want. I want to take Jacobs. Making sure I get the floor here with Jacobs, because Scatabo may not be fully ready early, right? I do think that over the course of the season and full PPR, Scatabo probably outscores Jacobs. But the Jacobs McBride thing seems pretty fun. As the first back, I think I kind of prefer Jacobs to Scatabo as well. Meg's going to be on tomorrow, so I'm sure I'm going to get some Scatabo shares there. What's up, Devin? How are we doing? I don't know if I'm going to get to max out. I've only done 2 or 3 of those. And I'm actually intentionally not doing them right now because I'm on Best Ball Jeopardy tomorrow. I don't want to look at Superflex ADP and get confused, basically. I would love to do some, but I think it's going to fill by Thursday. And I'm not going to do any until after Jeopardy tomorrow night. So I'm doing awesome. Thanks for popping in, Devin. And thanks for smashing the like. I mean, David Montgomery would be a really fun pick here. I think the math likes Tootin, but the math doesn't really. It needs you to kind of fill out that. It has playoff like correlation throughout the season, which is what this is doing. Schedule correlation, and it does like Tootin slightly more, but I like Montgomery as a player more this year. So we'll get the two non-pass catching. Like David Montgomery can catch passes, but like he's not known for it, right? Like, and the upside on Tootin is that he's going to be a pass catcher. So I was hoping that I got Montgomery, but I was happy with either one. I feel pretty good about this start. For the audio listeners, we got Amon-Ra, Drake London, Trey McBride, Jacobs, Montgomery. Feels good. I like Tootin after I eat Taco Bell, says Jamie. Hey, well, I'm glad you think I'm likable. That makes one of us. Some people, I've not got very many negative comments. I get some, but it's all good. I'm just a guy out here doing my best, just having a good time, doing my best, giving my EV to everybody to have a good time. So Tiger Town, this is your first Drafters main. I've never seen you here. Is this the first time you've drafted on Drafters? Let me know. It is. If it is, you are aware it's total points and full PPR, right? There's no playoffs or anything like that as well. So I think I like Tyson here. I think I just want to pull Pollard up, honestly. We're just going to pull Pollard all the way up. That's what we're going to do. The wide receivers, like between Parker and Jordan Tyson, I like them, but I'm probably going to take a quarterback here and maybe here. And then I feel really okay with Jacobs, Montgomery, Pollard, right? I got this double anchor here. I've got my elite tight end. I think getting the third running back there, if I'm planning on going quarterback, seems fine. And I probably won't go quarterback. I'll probably be one quarterback and one wide receiver or running back there. It's your first time, and yes, I know the rules. Yep. All right. Well, yeah, it's a completely different situation over here. I was just making sure that you knew the rules. All that. I give you negative comments daily. Come on, man. Yeah, but you're joking. Is there still some value in stacking week 7 as late points kick in and drafters? I mean, why would you care which week you're stacking? Always take scat when Mega's live streaming. It's good content. It really is. I would say send Blunt some chronic. Oh, got it. How we doing, Mr. Big Jimmy? Thanks for popping in. First time I've seen you here. Hope you appreciate the content. Hope you like it. So, I know Pollard wasn't coming back. I like Pollard a lot more than Price and Warren. So I went ahead and did that. I also like Jordan Tyson and Parker Washington a lot more than these guys. I think I just take the naked Justin Herbert here, though. And total points stacking matters, but it's not everything. I just think Herbert is massively underpriced. Like, I have him as my quarterback 5. And I got him here as quarterback 9. I kind of think he's an MVP guy. I also think that, like, not taking, like, I don't think you have to have the stacks with him here. I kind of also like Trey Harris as a stack with Herbert a lot. I think that that stack matters. I think if one of the Chargers is very, very well priced, is Trey Harris. Oh, yeah. So week 17 does not matter over here. It doesn't matter at all. Yeah, and for those who don't know, if they're new to drafters, they also have a weekly winners every week. If you get first place out of the 112,000 people, you get $5,000. So if you max enter this, it's $2,250, and you more than double your money if you get one team of the 150 to first place for a week. And then you're playing for $250,000 up top. Now, I don't think stacking week 17, I mean, if you show up to week 17 with a chance, you're just happy, right? Now, if you look at your team and you have a game stack there, you might feel a little better about it. But like, there was a lot of movement last year in week 17, but I don't know. I haven't went back and looked to see if week 17 correlation really mattered last year in drafters. I mean, like, for the payout structures and stuff, or because the top 10 moved quite a bit, but I didn't look to see if the teams that moved up had correlation. I know the guy who got second auto drafted all of his teams, so I don't think targeting the correlation is going to matter at all. To me, I would rather target divisional correlation, so you get bring back situations twice a year if you want to target that kind of stuff at all. Like, that's my thought. I would love Alec Pierce here. I think Alec Pierce is a really, really good buy. Even if he misses 2 games, I think it's fine here. I was one of the guys who thought Alec Pierce was a better click than Marvin Harrison when he was fully healthy. So I'm going to buy him here. I will. Yeah, I would not worry about week 17 correlation at all for drafters. Because it's just points stacking up every week, right? If you get 100, I think on average, your average week to get near the top needs to be like 160 points. Like, on average throughout the season. So your roster needs to score on average about 160 all the way through. And it's full PPR, so that's like a 140-ish over on Underdog or something like that. It really was. Well, he got I think he cashed 93 teams or something. Robbed of a Dallas-Washington game due to one being week 18. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's brutal, because that's going to be a high-scoring affair, too. I mean, who do the Texans play week 18, actually? I'm going to look that up right now. They play the Titans week 17. So the Titans only have to play the Texas defense once, which is awesome for Pollard. Just more good news for Tony Pollard over and over again. Just nothing but good news. So I would have taken Pitts and shut down that. I think Jonathan Brooks on this team, waiting like I did, makes a lot of sense. I will definitely take Goff if he comes back. Like I will take any of these players if they come back. So the team for the audio listeners, we got a 1-4-3-1. We got Herbert. We got Jacobs, Montgomery, Tony Pollard, Jonathan Brooks. Wide receivers, Amon-Ra, Drake London for double anchor, Alec Pierce, and then Trey McBride. I mean, he hasn't scored any points yet, so don't thank me yet. Don't thank me yet. It may be a trap. I think he's still going to rise. I think he's going to end up being a 5-6 turn pick here by the beginning of the offseason. I'm getting this feeling that over on DraftKings, we may start seeing Pollard over Travion sometimes. Now, I'm definitely Travion over Pollard, like for sure. But it's kind of trending that that's going to happen at some point. So, all right. So with Bo going there, I'm actually going to push. I think I push. Yeah, we're going to take Golden if Golden comes back around, I think. I mean, Dobbins fell. Dobbins ADP is 111 here. We'll take a share of Matthew Golden. This is probably going to be a 3 quarterback team with an anchor of. We're going to take 2 late ones with Herbert, I think is what we're going to end up doing. The room seems to be pushing quarterback a little bit, other than divided by 0 here. So I might be able to get somebody back around. And if I don't, I'm actually okay waiting to get Daniel Jones, who I know Lutz is a big fan of. I'm not sure if Lutz is out there, but yeah. So if you're just popping in, we are doing a giveaway. And during the second draft, we will be rolling a dice. Whatever round that dice tells me I'm going to spin for, that's what we're going to do. We're going to spin in that round. You need a drafters account. You need to be present. Those are the 2 things. If you have both of those things, all you need to do is say something before my next pick, and you get a drafters ticket. A drafters $15 mate. Hashtag who. Just like that. Just like Megatron did right there. Also, if you've won in the last couple weeks, you can't win. Like we definitely want to spread it out. How are we doing? What's wrong with America? It's looking like Shadur in the 19th, and Isaiah. No, it's definitely not looking like an Isaiah Bond team. It's definitely not looking like an Isaiah Bond team. All right, we got. I mean, I'll take a Baker share here, maybe. Let's queue up Baker and look at what we got. Yeah, let's just take Baker. I like Baker. He has some backsacking options. I am weak at wide receiver. I could end up hopefully getting McMillan back. He goes at my pick. We'll see if we can't push him around. Yeah. I'm not on my watch, sir. Thoughts on Cyrus Allen? He was drafted, and he's probably not going to play much. That I'm pretty sure, like, that was the 5th rounder for Kansas City, right? Yeah. Oh, the Tool likes him. I was so uninterested in him that I haven't looked up anything. Whenever I did my pre-draft stuff, he never even popped up. Maybe he was a 7th round pick, but he never popped up whenever I was researching. Kansas City rookie wide receivers are really bad picks specifically for drafters because if they do work out, they don't work out until late in the season. I'll have to go look at it. I'll have to go. I guess I'll have to look at it. I just don't think it's one of those. I feel like a rookie in Kansas City. It needs to be. It's only a late season thing, right? Now, for this, if you get a late season upside swing guy, like it's definitely good, right? Like it definitely works out. Now, I cannot take Jalen McMillan over Stephon Diggs. Don't care if it's a stack or not. I don't care. We're not doing it. We're going to take Stephon Diggs there. Yeah, for a dynasty pick, I think for a dynasty pick, he's probably a pretty good pick. And total points here, like if you have a Mahomes team and you want to take a shot in the 20th round, I wouldn't load up on him, but yeah. What team it takes on again? Mine. He's on my team. He's on my team. Remember, Tony. He doesn't have an NFL team yet, but he's in my corner. So if Daniel Jones comes back around, we'll take a third quarterback. If he doesn't, we're not going to worry about it until late, and we'll just take a flyer on Tua probably. Yeah, Diggs at 140 on like I was fully expecting to take Jalen McMillan there, but Diggs falling back feels really good. So we went ahead and did that. And like so on drafters, stacking is nice, but you just want the points, right? You just want the total points. So the main thing I want to do is make sure I have points at my positions. And whenever Baker Mayfield projects for more points, in my opinion, than the rest of the group after him by a lot or by a decent amount, I think he's kind of the clear bet there. I mean, I'll take a 150 share of C-Rod. I will do that. All right. 150 C-Rod it is. You talk about Diggs? Yeah, Diggs was awesome last year. No, like his separation metrics were decent. Like they were pretty good. Right. Yeah, Mr. Big Jimmy knows what he's talking about there. He was, I don't know, let's just go look at the stats. Let's just go look at some stats. So he had 10 points a game, which I'll take in this round. I get it. He doesn't have a team yet, but he had 1,000 yards and only 4 touchdowns. Like, that feels wrong. Like, Stephon Diggs has always been okay in the red zone. He only had 2 drops. His yards per reception was 11.92. His yards per target was 10.13. So I'm in. I'm going to stay in. Right. Yeah. So he didn't get as many routes as he really should have. They were definitely rotating him in and out. I mean, Omar Cooper's here. I love Cooper, but I do need a second tight end. We'll take Hunter Henry here on a little bit of a fall. Let's go to fantasy points and look up Stephon Diggs. All right, so Diggs last year, so he ran 65.4% of routes. He had almost a 20% target share. His targets per route run was 0.25. 85 receptions, 1,000 yards. His he actually had 13% targets. So missed tackles forced per reception or on receptions was 14. So he had 85 receptions and 14 missed tackles forced. That don't feel awful, right? Like his ability to separate was still there last year. So I'm pretty in. I'm definitely in. He's also pretty much my highest drafted wide receiver on every site right now. So I just don't see a situation where he lands to where he's not worth that pick specifically. I kind of like him ahead of Jaden Higgins. So Trey Harris gets taken all the way over there. That's fine. We could go with Boston or we could go with Schultz. Let's go with Dalton Schultz. Yeah, let's stack up. Let's get Dalton Schultz there. I feel I want to enforce my flex through Henry and Schultz a little bit. I feel really good about these RBs. This double anchor with a couple spike week guys behind it with Golden and Pierce, and then Diggs to kind of be a consistent guy in case we have a bad week there. I think it works. I think it works pretty well. We're not going to end this team with any stacks because Trey Harris went ahead of ADP, and I got the Stephon Diggs fall, so I didn't get the Baker thing. But I'm perfectly fine with that. I think that this team is fine. Is it exactly what I wanted? No, I was hoping that Harris fell back. I was hoping, like, if Diggs was gone, I would have had a McMillan stack. But all we're trying to do is get as many points on the roster as we can. And is it easier to score a bunch of points when you have the quarterback with the wide receiver? It is. But I also think that Ibuka is a bad price. I love the Godwin price. Although, where did Godwin go? Did I pass Godwin? Godwin went at 81. Makes sense. All right, so definitely want one of these guys. The Zachariah Branch bet would be nice for this team. I could still take a Tua in the following round, which would make sense. How much longer of Diggs being unsigned before you start to panic? I'm going to buy it until the season opens. Like, worst case scenario, he signs mid-season. He's super cheap. I'm not really worried. So, like, to me, it's not like he's Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper looked awful the 2 years leading up to him not getting signed. He was really good, and the legal stuff has already been said by the NFL. They're not going to punish him. So I have no worries. Zero. It's kind of like Keenan Allen the year before, last year, where he's probably just not wanting to participate fully in mandatory minicamp, right? You're telling me he can't go to a team and just kind of walk in and have a decent understanding of what's going on? I'm not worried at all. And I know that I know you're just asking questions, like trying to create conversation, but like I'm just not worried about it. No. Yeah. You're gonna dig your own grave with that pick, says Jamie. I get the hesitancy with Diggs, but I'm fully in. Like if it ends up being a loss, it's a loss. But if the odds of it not working out are pretty low and the win is huge. And we're trying to beat hundreds of thousands of teams in these tournaments, right? So you need to take some risk to be able to land a team that's going to be like that, right? So I mean, this is an awesome price for Mendoza, but I've built the double stack with Tua, so we're going to take Tua. So we do end up having a stacked quarterback here with Tua. We got the Drake London plus Zachariah Branch double. Teams haven't taken an injury yet. Debo and Diggs will get signed. Yeah, that's where I'm at. I feel pretty confident both of them are going to get signed. And by the way, if you guys are just popping in, if you could smash the like, that'd be fantastic. Also, after this draft, I'm going to review the members' teams. Then we're going to roll the dice. I'll tell you what round we're going to draft for spin for a giveaway for a Drafters main ticket. You need to have an account on Drafters, and you need to be present to win. So hashtag who in the chat. Yeah, W did awesome. Very calm, very collected. He didn't even hate too much whenever we were talking about the Bucks. By the way, we got naked Baker Mayfield at 126 unstacked, sir. I like it. I like it. We're probably going to take a fun pick here. And by fun pick, I don't mean Brandon Ayuk. Brandon Ayuk, not a fun pick. Jacobs, Montgomery, Pollard, Brooks. So Katron Allen goes at 180 there. So what do I want here? I'm going to take Claiborne, I think. Yeah, we're going to take Claiborne, and we're going to end with 2 wide receivers. I don't know which wide receivers I want. One of them might be Brendan Thompson. I'm not going to say it's definitely going to be Brendan Thompson, but one of them might be Brendan Thompson. Jalen Noel would be a fun pick. Devon Vele is a solid pick here. I don't mind Brazel. Torrey Horton, probably not for this specific team. I think if I could get those 2, or even Christian Kirk. Like, Christian Kirk is probably the best bet here because of the way my team is structured with the Alec Pierce probably being hurt, right? And the rookie. I think Christian Kirk would make a lot of sense for me. Or Vele. I think both of those teams, one of those 2 picks needs to be on this team. And then if Brazel makes it all the way back, I'll take Brazel. And if not, yeah, this is marathon, basically. I tried not cursing, and Baker can't lose. Yep. Yeah, they've basically said he's like locked into the role as the third. Krusty Kirk sightings. Kirk makes sense on some teams, and this team I think he makes sense on. I do prefer him to Vele, not by a lot, but I do prefer him to Vele. I'm also not like super sold on Stripley. I have a disturbing amount of Vele. It feels like he could pull 75% of Parker Washington this year. I have a lot of Vele in pre-draft. The double wide receiver, like I loved Bryce Lance coming out. I don't like his landing spot, but I do think that Bryce Lance is a decent enough deep threat that he will mix in. And I think that that's going to come at Vele's expense a little bit. And Tyson is going to be on the field all the time. So, assuming that he's healthy, right? If Tyson or Olave, who have both been hurt in the past, get hurt, like Vele is going to be a smash. That is for sure. Yeah, we got 31 watching. We got 15 likes. If you're just popping in and you have a Drafters account, #who. After this one, we're going to review the members' teams. We're going to review my team. We're going to jump in the next one. I'm going to roll a dice. Whatever round it says, that's when we're going to do the drawing. Good luck, drafters. Bryce Lance is fun. Feels more like he may. So I think Bryce Lance could have produced this year if he went to a team that wasn't crowded like that. You know, like Vele is a fine third receiver. He's that veteran annoying guy who's going to keep a rookie off the field. And they've already made comments about like Bryce Lance being a next year guy. So have to be audio only today. Well, if you win, you have to chat. So hopefully that works. I'm very in on the Saints, and I know a lot of people aren't. So do I do the Brendan Thompson thing here? Or do I just take let's take our only share of Brendan Thompson. So for the audio listener, or for the listeners, we got a 3-6-8-3 here. Justin Herbert, Baker Mayfield, 10 picks pass, Tua, double stack. Running backs, Jacobs, Montgomery, Pollard, Jonathan Brooks, Chris Rodriguez at 150, and Damon Claiborne. Wide receivers, double anchor, Amon-Ra, Drake London, and then we push Alec Pierce, Matthew Golden, Stephon Diggs, Zachariah Branch for the double, Christian Kirk, and Brendan Thompson for a stack. And then we got Trey McBride and Hunter Henry, Dalton Schultz. I probably could have stopped at just Hunter Henry, but in full PPR, I think that this enforces my flex pretty strongly. Like going, Schultz had 100 targets last year, and Hunter Henry's going to have a couple 20-point games. So I really think that this Schultz pick enforcing my flex floor is pretty strong. That was why I did that pick. So let's go over some of these other teams. We got Tiger Town here. We got a 2-7-8-3. His first draft on Drafters, by the way. We got Dak Prescott, CJ Stroud, running backs. Chase Brown, Bucky Irving, Rico Dowdle, JCM, 135. I start to mix JCM in around 135. Dylan Sampson, Justice Hill, Kalen Black. That feels solid. CeeDee Lamb, stacked up. Egbuka, somebody stole Baker. Garrett Wilson, Wandale, an absolute smash pick on Drafters. Khalil Shakir, Calvin Ridley, Dontavian Wicks, Pat Bryant, my boy. Tight ends, Tyler Warren, Britton Strange, Eli Stowers. Solid team. Gonna need to make sure that your quarterbacks actually stay healthy. If they do, it could do some work. Yeah. So Ledge could be more live to play than people think because Tyson is injury prone. Yeah, that is the out, right? The problem is that in my pre-draft, I'm very overweight Lance and Tyson. So not great. Saints or no Bucks. Yeah, does Ayuk ever take another step in the end? I think if he does, it won't be this year. I kind of think that this year everybody's going to be out. That's my personal take. It like calling out a guy like, is this the first time a player has publicly called out another player's mom? You know, like it don't look good. And a guy who is supposed to be a friend of yours, like, come on. We got a 2-7-8-3 here. We got Jay Daniels, Malik Willis, running back, Ashton Genty, Travis, Quinshawn Judkins, Rashad White, Kyle Monangai, Brian Robinson, and Mike Washington. I like this. This is solid. Wide receivers. By the way, enter the next draft right now. We will get the reviews going, but hashtag who to enter the drawing. But it's a brand new lobby, so if you want to jump in, you can head on over there, jump in. Ladd McConkey, anchor receiver. Godwin, Downs, Concepcion, Flournoy, Trey Harris, Stribling, and Luke McCaffrey. Bowers, Gunnar Helm, Gesicki. Wide receiver, I like the top four a lot. I like the fifth. And I think this works. I think it's like on the edge of not being enough, but it is enough. So, solid team by Game Tight. Divided by 0. Let me know if you're in here. Let me know if you're in here. He'll be blacklisted if he burns the 49ers. Yeah. That's the $2 million question. If Ayuk even plays, will he matter? Yeah, if he fully just doesn't show up. Yeah, and I believe this is Megatron. We got a 3.584. We got Drake May. We got Cam Ward. We got Fernando Mendoza at 197. Brees Hall, Scatabo, Bayshaw Tootin, J.K. Dobbins, Tyrone Tracy. Wide receivers. JSN, A.J. Brown, Jaden Reed, Michael Pittman, Jaden Higgins, Omar Cooper, Antonio Williams, Jeremy Bernard. Yep, that works. That works. Like, he ended up getting Brees Hall. I did not. Like, I was hoping to get Brees or Brees or Love there, but the McBride fall felt good. I would have preferred one of the RBs. That I think that was the right choice. And then going with volume down here, Kyle Pitts to anchor it, and then Parkinson and Njoku and Darnell Washington. I still think that Njoku is one of the most unclickable names on the board. Like I know a lot of you guys have been taking him in my drafts. I don't think he's very clickable. I get why you would want to take him because he has been a fantasy producer in the past. I don't think he's very clickable. And by the way, we still need 9 for the next draft. And then we got Smokers Heaven also on his first ever drafters draft, I believe. If he doesn't play this year, his career is over. You don't take 2 years off and think you're going to be in NFL shape. It is a sad story. It really is. Like, to just give up like that, kind of. Like Calvin Ridley took 2 years off, sort of, but it wasn't by choice, right? Because Calvin Ridley got suspended by the team for the gambling, and then the next year by the NFL for the entire season. So it was like a year and a half, right? But he was staying in shape, and it was never that he didn't want to play. He wasn't experiencing weird signs like Ayuk is, you know. So, but he's also not been the same. He's not been awful, but he's not been the same since he came back either. We got a 3-7-7-3 here by Smokers. Patrick Mahomes, Kyler Murray, Aaron Rodgers. Running backs. Bijan, DeAndre Swift. So double heavy into the double anchor. Got a little fall on Keaton Mitchell. I have him ranked at 146. So this is about where I have him ranked. Woody Marks, Braylon Allen, Emmett Johnson, Nick Singleton. I actually like the grouping here. Just fully lean into these two and then just hope to hit a start or two with the rest of them. Nico Rice, Neighbors of 47. If you think there's any chance with him starting week 1, that's worth it. The injured player, I know I took Alec Pierce. I don't think he misses time, though, Alec Pierce. Missing time on drafters is a lot bigger deal than it is on Underdog. Since there's no playoffs, and since every single week is weighted the same, you're hurting your entire roster for multiple weeks. Like if he starts on PUP, you're hurting your entire roster for 4 weeks. So that is something to keep in mind. I personally probably won't take Malik Neighbors on drafters until the mid to late 5th, personally. Parker Washington, Jordan Tyson, Mekhi Lemon, Jalen Noel. I was debating on Noel if he came back around. I think he's a solid pick on this site. But these wide receivers, you do have plenty of wide receiver to maybe get Neighbors through as well. If Bijan Swift absolutely smash, you might get there. And then Andrews, Hawkinson, and Jatavian Sanders. I don't love the Jatavian Sanders, but it's a dart late, and there's a lot of names that you could take. So I don't mind Jatavian Sanders being on a team or two. I really don't. I actually have Tommy Tremble rated ahead of him, but I don't take either. So there's that. If you're in the chat or if you're in here and I didn't shout you out and you remember it, let me know. So we're still waiting on 8. It may take a while to fill this. Neighbors scare the shit out of me at this point in the offseason. Right. That's kind of where I'm at. Like, I'll just take him in round 2 if he's ready week 1. Like, or round 3 or whatever. Mid-round, early round 3. So, if you guys are just popping in, we are doing a drafters giveaway. Hashtag who to enter the giveaway. We still need 8 to fill this lobby. Pepperoni. The IDP draft was different. For those of you who don't know, I was on with Jamie Pirogue on IDP Center last night. I enjoyed it. I thought it was going to be draft 4 or 5 IDP, not draft. And it was start 4, right? But I wasn't prepared enough for it. I will say that, but I enjoyed the draft. It was the way that the scoring was a nice thought experiment for sure. Still no power. Have you been at work? Like, have you been able to go to work or what? Yeah, Mike Rob jumped in too. He's like, yeah, that draft was way, way out of my preparedness, right? Yeah, because Mike Rob jumped in as well to help us fill the last spot. It was I tried a different strategy there. It was a best ball draft. I tried something different. Oh, perfect. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you don't have power at home, you might as well work as much as you possibly can, right? Like, that's what I would do. I think I knew that I wasn't going to know the late names enough. That's why I went with Roquan and Max Crosby. Like, to me, Max Crosby's the clear number 1 IDP. The Raiders aren't going to be great, and they are also going to be on the field a lot. Yeah, exactly. Like, if I had the opportunity and I didn't have power at home, I would absolutely be working 12s. So while we're waiting, let's go back over here and let's talk the Stephon Diggs thing out a little more. So I know a lot of these things don't matter because it's going to be a new team, but he had half of his routes were in the slot last year and half of them were out wide, right? So I think he's a perfect fit. If we can fill this drafters main event, which we need 4 for, if we can fill this, I might do underdog after that if we can get enough likes. So we need 3 more drafters main. So for me, I know I'm kind of wish casting, but I think the Commanders just make a lot of sense now. There have not been blurbs on Diggs specifically, which to me is positive because because a blurb on Diggs right now would probably mean that he's on a boat with some substance, or he's like something negative's happening. So I think news for Diggs right now, it would be interesting. I think Kansas City is a possible landing spot for Diggs also, which I think would be one of his worst landing spots. It would be awesome for Kansas City, but it would to me it would absolutely tank Xavier Worthy. Yeah, on the boat with 3. It's with yep, exactly. Right. So I think blurbs of him. Diggs never changed. Yeah, he is a dog. All right, so we fill. So I'm going to roll the dice right now. 11. Round 11, we will be doing the drawing. So round 11. I think that's what I rolled last time too. So round 11, we will be drawing for the free drafters ticket. We got the 102. We got Megatron. Megatron here at the 3. We have D-Ball. No, wait. D-Ball's Megatron, isn't it? Who's D-Boy? And we got Bucks fan. I think you listen at the 11. Let me know if I miss you and you're in the chat. Yeah. All right. So Bijan, easy pick. Gibbs, Bijan, always easy. Hashtag who? You're D-Ball. Got it. You're D-Boy. Got it. Got it. So we I jumped in, but might be on auto. My rankings are probably closer to 2 figures than 6. Sorry, try not to judge me. Hey, it's all good. A 2-figure auto would be pretty sweet, right? Like a 2-figure auto would be fine. I think I'd be okay with that. I think it would almost be fun to look at this contest as weekly winners, and it would be the worst ROI, but to try to do it as a weekly winners, like take like 5 of your 150 and just like make them weekly winner lineups would be pretty fun, I think. Chase the easy number 2 pick. I disagree. Unless you have Gibbs number 2 or number 3. Like I'm Bijan over Gibbs in a vacuum. I showed you guys that on a Dalmatian where I got the 101 and I took Bijan. I do think in this format, Gibbs #1 overall actually might be right. Because his overall schedule is stronger. And part of the reason I have Bijan over Gibbs right now is because of the playoff correlation. So I do think that Gibbs 101 on this makes the most sense. I do. Yeah, so for drafters specifically, I do think Gibbs might be the 101 just because of schedule strength. Oh, wow. Jamar at 5, huh? That's awesome. That would be a lot of fun. Jamar Chase at 5. So for those of you just popping in, if you could smash a like, that'd be great. If you're new to the channel and you haven't hit the sub, hit the sub. You have to sub to enter the giveaway. It's #who to enter the giveaway. We're going to draw in round 11, and we are going to. You need to be present to win, and since it'll be on the turn, like you have to say something in the chat by pick 143. We will be drawing at 122, and you need a Drafters account to be able to receive the ticket. So. If you don't have a Drafters account, you can use promo code WHO and also get a 100% deposit match for up to $100. Yeah, if I end up slightly underweight Chase or Puka to have more Bijan and Gibbs, I'm all in. And I do clearly have Chase over Puka in everything but Eliminator. In Eliminator, I clearly have Puka over Chase. So that's just where I'm at. Like, Jamar Chase, probably going to be, like, I would not be shocked if he's Triple Crown winner again. Puka, though, has an insanely high consistency floor, right? Like, just insanely high. So Henry goes, who I wouldn't have hated. I don't know. I want to do another elite tight end build here. So we're going to Rice. We're definitely taking Rice there. Buka and it likes Wilson that much, huh? Oh, I don't love the Devonta Smith click up here. I don't love it. I think it's a Breece Hall team. I think we're gonna do the Breece Hall thing. We're shooting for mega upside. The Jets actually have a very, very solid schedule for the entire season. Like, I think that if their offense is semi-functional, the Jets pieces could be a lot of fun. The defenses they play this year, all in all, aren't really that great. They get the Bills twice, right? Let's see who they play in Week 17. Oh, they play the Jets in Week 17. That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate for Breece, honestly. Or Week 18, not 17. Week 18. Week 18, they play the Jets or the Bills. What's up, Angry? How we doing? Glad that you could pop in. I appreciate it. We are grinding out here. That's what we're doing. We're out here. We're grinding. We're doing the Drafters giveaway today. We're doing 2 Drafters mains. Then we're going to pop over. I feel like doing another draft, honestly. So we might go over to Underdog. We might go to DraftKings, actually. I don't know what I would draft if I went to underdog, is the thing. What's up, Jake? Thanks for popping in. Not sure I've seen you here before. I hope you end up enjoying the content. Hey, I appreciate it. You stopped in, you smashed a like. That's awesome. The top 4 are rock solid. I don't know why people got to declare. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, structurally, I prefer the running backs. If Puka was the 101 and the only way to get Puka was to take the 101, I would probably end with like 6% Puka, but I wouldn't full fade it. I'll tell you that. Like, if Jamar Chase was the 101, same thing. I'd probably prefer the 2 running backs, but I wouldn't fade it like by very, very much at all. Like I think I prefer the structure because of the way that the ADPs go this year. I prefer the structure of the running backs early better. So that's to me the real reason Gibbs and Bijan are the clear 101, 102. I watch. I just don't chat. Thanks. Hey, I appreciate it. I hadn't seen you ever chat. Like, if you just want to be silent, it's all good. But you got outed. It will change. The right side will suffer boredom. And what's great about that is the right side of the board is all the running backs, right? So having the wide receivers after these running backs just mean that you're going to have really fun Puka and Chase combos when we start getting the Nico pull-ups and stuff, right? Like I said, I'm trying to not do the super flex because I'm on Best Ball Jeopardy tomorrow, and I would like to keep my my ADPs in line. But there's really nothing else, right? It's super flex or eliminator. It'd be one or the other. So there is a man. Scadabo's all the way down here now. We'll take Luther Burden. I think Luther should go down here. So let's just do it. If we can get Luther and Loveland here, yeah, absolutely. So we got Bijan, Rice, Brees. We got Luther. We got Loveland. Let's just build out the, we got the 1 and 2 target in the Bears team, right? Mini Golden, man. Yeah, we'll take a vote. I'm assuming we're going to do another one for sure. I've been looking at the DraftKings lobbies as well. The German Shepherd Superflex is close to filling, but probably just go do an eliminator. I need to do a bunch of eliminators. I want to get 100 eliminators in, I think is my goal. I've only done 27 of them. And I'm saving some other stuff for later. And we haven't got a bunch of these fun contests like the Chow Chow, like the Huskies. We haven't got a lot of those contests yet. And I need to save bankroll for those. So if not maxing the German Shepherd Superflex means I could do 2 more Huskies, I'm in. Because I really wanted a Superflex contest, but I will max it if it's still open on Thursday. I'll probably sit here all day and max it in the morning, but the German Shepherd is an awesome structure. I will admit that. And I have plenty of bullets in on Superflex right now. And I love my early super flex teams. Let's change the music up. So yeah, we got I mean, obviously, I'm going to try to take Caleb Williams at 74. If this guy wants to be funny, he can be funny. It's all good. I'm not going to worry about it. Cardell Tate randomly falls on DraftKings, by the way, which is wild that he's falling specifically in full PPR. Like in full PPR, Cardell Tate should, like, I have him rated at 57. I think it is. Hashtag who? Did you win a couple weeks ago, sir? Or was it a mini you won? I can't remember. Because we are gonna try to enforce the whole like I don't want the same people to win every week. You know, I want the community to win. Parker Washington or Cardell Tate would be an insane value here. I am pretty much out on Quentin Johnston there. It's about a month ago. No, it's all good. Because I think I remember you winning. I think it was like 3 or 4 weeks ago. I can't remember which week. All right, so now this is ugly. I really don't like this spot. Everybody I like is gone. Everyone. We're just gonna dominate. We're gonna dominate tight end is what we're gonna do. We're gonna flex tight end. We're probably even taking a third. So we're gonna force our flex at tight end. That's what we're gonna do. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. That's what happened. So we got round 11. We are doing the drawing, and most of you guys are in because we've got 20 entries right now, and we only have 27 watching. So, and good luck to everybody. Good luck. So I don't know that. I hate this range. I didn't really feel like a Ramondre team here. I love Tucker Kraft. I'm usually too scared to just pull the trigger with Loveland and Kraft. If I would have went Quentin Johnston and Herbert there if I hadn't done the double stack for Chicago. But because I done the double stack for Chicago, I decided to just build my heavy flex. My best team on drafters was actually a heavy tight ends team. I believe it was round 6, round 10, and 11. And it was George Kittle, Brock Bowers, and Taysom Hill on Brock Bowers' rookie year. And it absolutely smashed. It was really strong. Had multiple 30+ point weeks from tight end. Now, am I saying that that's going to happen again? No. No, it definitely probably won't, right? But I don't think having zero. I think having 0 teams with a common. I think both these guys are underrated anyway. Yeah, Taysom Hill also got hurt that year. But Brock Bowers was a maniac down the stretch, so it kind of worked. Both of them. Oh yeah, you meant last. But Taysom Hill got hurt that year too, and I was just dominating flex position with the tight ends that year. What's up, Hartman? Hashtag who? We are drawing at 122. There is a pick I really want here. I mean, Mahomes would be nice, but I don't know that I'm going to push the Mahomes here going the double tight end. I think since I have the double stack in Chicago, I'm going to lean into it, and I'm going to wait on quarterback too. What's up, Nice and Blunt? How we doing? If you guys aren't subbed to Nice and Blunt, give him a sub as well. Also, give Hartman a sub. Hashtag who? Hashtag who? No late entries. They always win. They have been winning, haven't they? I'll take the Jordan Addison pick. I mean, if he doesn't take Dak, I'm just going to take Dak. I think. I don't know. Yeah, we're just doing it. We're just gonna take the gigantic fall here. Like, the Cowboys are gonna score a bunch of points, right? It gives me an opportunity to take a late Flournoy as well. I wasn't really wanting to do that. But I don't understand why the one hole didn't take why he wanted the double stack here. I get it. I think the uniqueness of having Dak all the way back would have been the move. I don't know. Would you guys have taken Mahomes there for the Rashee Rice stack, or would you have taken the insane fall on Dak Prescott? What would you guys have done? Yeah, Nice and Blunt has an awesome stream for sure. Popped in right in time. Today is an early entry day. Says, yeah, I think that the uniqueness of Dak there, it felt gross. I'm not gonna lie, to pass up the Mahomes stack with Rice there. But that Mahomes stack with Rice is going to be, very few teams are going to have Rice with the Dak at this point that do not have George Pickens, right? The fact that I have like Breece Hall instead of Pickens with Dak will be unique. Bikes are weird. I literally take 49 because no matter what QB it is, it's a good fantasy situation. With the Vikes, I'm terrified of all three quarterbacks. Nice. So we're getting a major fall here on Jared Goff. Like, J.K. Dobbins falling this far, like his ADP being this late. I get it. It's full PPR, and he doesn't really do that. And by the way, we got hashtag who to enter. Hashtag who to enter. If you aren't entered yet, we are doing the drawing on my second pick. At 122, we are doing the drawing. You need an account to enter. Hashtag who to enter. And you need to say something in the chat after, before it's the next pick all the way down here. So the Jordan Mason thing makes a lot of sense here. I mean, the George Kittle thing makes sense as well. I think I'm going to take Dobbs. And we're going to take Jordan Mason. I'm going to let it time out. Whoops. That's my bad. I kept that screen up way too long. We're going to let it time out so people, because a bunch of people just joined. So we're going to time out. And as soon as we time out, we're going to click the thing. Hopefully, there we go. All right. So Brett trying to get his give himself some luck. So here we go. Drawing. Good luck, everybody. UCF Jaguar, congratulations. It was not a late entry. It was an early entry today. Congratulations to UCF Jaguar. Have to say something in the chat. And thank you to Brett for the gifted membership. We got a gifted. It was all vibes, no value. Welcome.
Welcome to the Hoop Crew.
There he is. We'll have to send me a message on X or in my Discord. Just send me your username. I just want to make sure I need you to message it to me. That way I can copy paste it and make sure it works. Yeah, the StreamYard giveaway tool absolutely slow rolls you, doesn't it? Hashtag rigged. Yeah, it is a cute dog. And by the way, the all vibes no value, you got access to all those emojis. The emojis are fun. So for the audio listeners, we got a 2-3-4-2 right now. We got Caleb Williams, Dak Prescott, Bijan, Brees, Jordan Mason, wide receivers, Rashee Rice, Luther Burden, Addison, and Dobbs. And then Loveland and Kraft. So we're like just really, really balanced all the way through, right? Like we're not super strong anywhere but tight end, but we're really, really balanced. Teased me. All right. These ticks aren't going to give an alpha gal to themselves. I'll see you around. Yep. Peace. I drank a Celsius at 4 p.m. Was that a good or bad decision? I mean, I drink many energy drinks every day. So I'm going to say it's a good decision, sir. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say it was a great decision. By the way, I do a giveaway once a week. Once a week, I do a giveaway. So just stick around. Next week, you'll have a chance. If another mini pops up, I'm going to be able to give away a mini ticket again. So once a week on top of it. So just stay around here if you like drafters. If you have a drafters account, it will do you some good. I'm going to pull Flournoy up to one of these picks. So let's just do it now. Let's just rip the Band-Aid off. Let's just pull him up right here all the way up. And then Trey Tucker. So I was going to do that one way or another. So we just ripped the Band-Aid off and done it first. Because if we didn't get Trey Tucker, I was really fine taking Woody Marks there. So smash that like. Gonna have to crush my nice. Best and worst energy drink. The worst energy drink out there to me is the V8 Fusions I love did a, I can't remember, it was pear ginger, I think it was. And it was one of the single foulest things I've ever drank. Like a pear ginger fruit, like it's basically fruit juice, and like the ginger was not friendly. I will say that. And my favorite energy drink is this Welch's Grape. You had it at the V8 energy drinks are awesome. If you guys haven't, like the black cherry is fantastic. Don't leave the stream because you didn't win to. I mean, I know what it is. A giveaway is a giveaway. We generally have everybody stay. This week we didn't. It's all good. Best Monster Green, the original. I can't do the monsters, man. I can't do the monsters. Quitters never win. Yeah, so like these right here, I'm telling you, V8 Energy, the black cherry is like it might be my favorite. It's either the Ghost or the Welch's Grape or the V8 black cherry is the best. I've not had the grape. Yeah, the Grape Ghost is fantastic. It's so good. The Bombsicle's not bad. Look up something called Hyphy Juice. Insane energy drink, and I think it's just cocaine mixed with weed. I tried a Form 1. It was okay. It wasn't great. It was okay. So we got these two values at quarterback. I think we're gonna just ride with that. I would love Kamara here. Kamara in a full PPR seems really good. Like, I think I like that pick there. We're gonna... I think I want Debo. I might want Travis Hunter. Let's go with Travis Hunter. He's fallen on this in this draft. I do like him a little bit. I like him a little more in the playoff formats because I think part of his upside is somebody getting hurt and him playing down the stretch. So I do think that he's kind of a stronger pick down the stretch in playoff formats than he is for an overall season-long pick. But, I mean, this is round 15. All we really need is like 2 weeks, right? Like, or not 2 weeks. We need like 3 weeks. And if we can get 3 weeks from him, like, it feels pretty good. Kronk is better. Yeah, it did. Like, that's why I was like, it was fine. Like, the aftertaste was very strong. The Celsius Essentials are good. Grape, watermelon, or ice. I'm telling you, if you haven't had the V8 Energy, I'm not saying regular V8. Regular V8 is nasty. But the energy drinks, it's just fruit juice with B vitamins in it. They're the healthiest energy drink. Like, this, it's zero fat. It's got a few carbs because it's fruit juice. But it's 50% of its juice. So, yeah, like I'm telling you, just a 6-pack of them is $5. So they're also the cheapest ones you can find. So that's what I would say. Yeah, it is really hard. So the first energy drink I fell in love with was it was the Dreamsicle Rain, the orange Dreamsicle Rain or whatever, the one that tastes like the orange push-ups. I need at least 200 milligrams of caffeine straight to the dome with energy drink. I'm telling you, like, try the V8. They're not necessarily like a ton of energy, but it's also. Did you like or hate the white gummy bear? Oh, I hated the. I've noticed that Best Ball on Call and Mai's taste are always like completely different. JT's like, give me scotch, all of them, all of them. I don't know. I love the orange sickle. And the monsters to me, I will say there's a knockoff brand, like a small brand named Venom. Venom is the only energy drink for whatever reason that like made my heart like super race, right? Oh, the Ghost Swedish Fish it's the second worst one I've ever had. Like the Swedish Fish one is horrendous. I didn't try the Rain jalapeno strawberry. The Ghost Swedish Fish is the second worst. The worst one is the Pear Ginger V8. Like that one was awful. Like awful. Yeah, so I mean the Jaden Blue stack here would be super fun, actually. And I'm going. Yeah, that would be fun. I wouldn't even hate the Emmett Johnson pick down here as an upside pick. Like we're guaranteeing some points here with Jordan Mason as a third option. We're leaning heavy into Brees and Bijan though. Pat Bryant's ADP is way up here now, huh? Yeah, let's do Emmett. Let's do the Emmett click. I haven't done the Emmett click for a while, so let's do it. Yeah, the Swedish Fish one, and everywhere sells it. Literally everywhere sells it. There's a guy I work with who the only thing he drinks is the Swedish Fish, and I worry about that guy. I definitely worry about that guy. But yeah, so the black cherry V8 that I just drank, like I like things that are tart, and the black cherry has a tart taste to it. So that helps, and it's smooth. It's like smooth like a fruit juice. Yeah, yeah, right? Yeah. Like, I've only ever met one person who likes the Swedish Fish. Or two people that like the Swedish Fish. One of them likes it because it's a weird taste. And they don't drink it often. And the other one, just, that's all they want. It's like, how... You need to stop so they stop making this. Like, I think you are the only reason that this still exists. You're ruining the rest of our fridge because you drink this item. You need to stop. So they put something drinkable in that section. So when the other three drinkable ones are gone, there's a chance that something else drinkable is there. I don't think I've ever tried the cucumber Gatorade. Yeah, the Sour Patch is fine. I prefer the Warheads to the Sour Patch Kids. Like the green apple Warheads is pretty good. And by the way, if you guys are just popping in, if you can smash a like, that'd be great. And if you haven't subbed yet, go ahead and hit the sub. We are on a road to 1,000 subs. We are slowly getting towards it. We're trying to get there before the NFL kickoff. It looks like we're pacing just barely behind the pace to get there. We need a strong month next month. Like next month, we need a really strong month. Is the way I'm seeing things. All right, so we got Rice, Burden, Addison, Dobbs, Flournoy, Trey Tucker, Travis Hunter. I don't really want to go 2 for 2 Christian Kirk, but the Christian Kirk pick makes sense here again. I wouldn't mind a Jordan James click on this team as a contingent upside bet. We could just do the Minnesota backfield thing with an Aaron Jones injury on this team. We could do the James Conner thing. We could do the Jordan James thing. Let's do the Jordan James thing. I wanted the 7th RB here because I waited so long on RB3. I wanted to go deep there. And we didn't do Vele last time, and he actually grades pretty well for this. So we're going to do Devon Vele here. He misses every single bye week I have. Because I got 5, 10, 6, 11, 14. How do I have... Man, I have 8 receivers, all with different bye weeks. I didn't know that was possible. Hey, welcome, Jake. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for chatting. And thanks for joining the Who Crew.
Welcome to the Who Crew.
Let me know if you're in the draft by chance as well, so I can review your team. Shout out Jake. First time chatter, first time member. Supporting real genuine content creators. Hell yeah. Access to the emojis. I would recommend, like, I know I talk about it all the time. If you do Underdog, I would recommend, as soon as this is over, go watch the Eliminator members only video. Somebody told me yesterday, they messaged me and asked me where the chart was. If you jump in my Discord and you have your YouTube linked to the Discord, you'll see 2 more channels. And you'll get rankings there. And you'll, like, for Underdog and DraftKings. And you'll also get the chart for that is shown in the Eliminator video. You'll get access to that. And that guy messaged me and asked me where the chart was. I told him. He's like, I've been watching this video on repeat. I'm like, that seems a bit extreme, but I appreciate it. Like, seems a bit extreme, but yeah, sure. Like, I mean, there was a lot of information there. So, yep. And then next week, we're going to do another members only. It'll be later. It'll be Monday night, 7:30, which that's what time we did it last week. And I think every other week I'm going to do a members only one where I do this week's going to be a DK main because they got 30-second clocks. And the chat is going to tell me who to draft. I'm going to give myself a veto or 2 to make sure that the team's functional. Like, I'm going to do 2 overrides. But I'm going to do my best to guess at who, like, which player the most people are saying they want of the players that are remaining. It's usually better to, like, give 2 or 3 options. Like I said that originally, and then everybody didn't do that. And then everybody was trying to type it in, and as the clock was going to 0. So it ended up being a good team, but it's a 50% equity thing to the chat. If the team gets to the finals. Yeah, let's take Dotson here. Yeah, it was pretty good. It could have. The JMO pick is the one that, like, is the only pick that, like, I kind of might have bungled up was the Jameson Williams pick. I didn't like the pick, but it felt like a couple people wanted it, and literally as soon as I made the pick, as soon as it timed out on that pick, it was like 7 people typed the other player. Yeah, and going to a 30-second clock on DraftKings will make it a lot better too. So let's review the team. We got a 2-7-9-2. We got Caleb Williams, Dak Prescott. Running backs: Bijan Robinson, Brees Hall, Jordan Mason, Alvin Kamara, Jaden Blue, Emmett Johnson, and Jordan James. So we went double anchor, and then we waited till Mason to give us one guy that's a solid third, maybe, and then 4 big swings. Wide receiver: Rashee Rice, Luther Burden, Jordan Addison, Romeo Dobbs, Ryan Flournoy for the stack, because we got the big fall on Dak Prescott and we took him naked. So we ended up getting a double stack on Jaden Blue. Travis Hunter on a fall, Devon Vele and Jahan Dotson. Tight ends: Colson Loveland and Tucker Kraft. I kind of love this team. I'm not going to lie. I kind of love this team. I was a little worried what might happen when I did that. And I was also worried what might happen when I took Dak. But we ended up with a double stack on Dak. We ended up with a double stack there with Caleb. We should dominate flex with tight end points every once in a while. So I think the team worked out pretty well. I think I got a really nice floor for the, like, with Bijan and Brees here at running back 1-2. I think the wide receiver, like, I'm going to be able to get 3 reliably in 4 mini weeks. I think it kind of worked out. So we got D-Boy here. We got a 3-7-8-2. We got Joe Burrow, Jared Goff, and Cam Ward. Running backs: Cam Scatterbo, Jalen Warren, Jonathan Brooks, Woody Marks, Jonah Coleman, Damon Claiborne, Ollie Gordon. Wide receiver: Jamar Chase, Zay Flowers, Teteroa McMillan, who's been falling a little. Did he fall all the way to the... Wow. How did I miss that? He fell all the way to the 5th. That is fun. Like, I just wanted the Burden Loveland thing, because the Burden Loveland thing is kind of unique. That's actually really fun to get Teteroa in the 5th. And you anchored those 3 into Casey Concepcion, Trey Harris, Stribling, Darnell Mooney, Christian Kirk. I really liked it. This is really fun. And then you still fit Bowers and Laporta in there. No, I love this team too. That's a really fun team. I don't think there's any more YouTube members in there. Let me know in the chat if there's YouTube members or not. Howdy. But we're going to do an eliminator now, I think. If I missed any, I'm going to give it a minute and see if any YouTube members are popping in. I'm going to change the title of the stream. To get some underdog people on over here. So, but we're going to jump in the eliminator, everybody. We're going to jump in 15 seconds.
Bestball Degens, we never leave the line. Fury, endless, relentless, fantasy, reigns. Who wins? Immortal.
All right. Waiting on 6. Waiting on 6. Anybody want to pop in? Go ahead and pop in. We are, this is probably going to be the last draft for the night. I've got a big day tomorrow. We've got Megon, and then I've got Bestball Jeopardy. I haven't got anything off of, anything at all done off stream today. I generally try to do a little bit of creative stuff for some other things. off like in the mornings. I haven't got anything done. I just chilled today. I for the first time after I got off stream last night, I kind of shut everything out and just kind of chilled for a day. I hadn't done that for a while. It was nice. It was refreshing. I watched an entire season, like one season of a show, and it felt good to just chill, relax, have a good time. So we got the 102. We got Libra at the 101. We got Cade at the 3. We got Mute at the 4. We got King at the 5. JT at the 6. 0 at the 11. And Jerry at the 12. Welcome, Jerry. Oh, if you guys aren't subbed to Jerry, go over there and give him a sub as well. Nice. And that's probably why I know Steel PR. Yeah. Give Jerry a sub for sure. I will actually drop his link here whenever I jump into his stream and grab it real quick. I'm assuming most of you guys are subbed to Jerry, so he's one sub away. Oh, he's on with Nice and Blunt. Got it. He is one sub away from 400. Go give him to 400. Nice. Yeah, we'll go Bijan. I was busy doing that. So I have debated on putting Puka over Bijan, but I think that's a step too far. I'm not going to have I'm going to be pretty underweight Jamar Chase in Eliminator. Are you doing them slow then? I think that makes sense because, like, if you look at the camp news will start coming out in 2 weeks. You'll be in the later rounds at that point. I assume that you're going to do what I would do if I was doing slows, and that's just queue up a pick and let the timer run out. I think that's the only way to do slows right now. So I don't know about you guys, but that to me is the only way to do it. But yeah, I guess Nice and Blunt's on over there with Jerry right now. And he did get to his 400. So the Eliminator, to me, I kind of want to max it, but I want to make sure. My main goal is to max the DK Millie right now, right? I would love to max the Eliminator, but ROI-wise, it's really not good. It's just a lot of fun, maybe. Like, if you can get a sweat later in the season, right? So that is why I'm doing the Eliminator. And I'm probably not going to take a Javante. I got like 37% Javante right now in Eliminator. So I'm probably not going to do the Javante plus Bijan thing again. I have a bunch of it. So the problem with Josh Allen is the week one, right? The week one versus. So where do I have them? I have him down here behind Brees. let's just take Flowers. Let's go Nico, Flowers, Bichon. We can get Lamar over here reasonably often. So if we can do that, I'm going to feel very good. I think that some of the, I think later in the offseason, in the next couple weeks, as more people do eliminators, we're going to see a lot of the mid-round running backs get pushed up. Like, by mid-round, I mean like 7, 8, 9, 10. Those aren't pushed up that high yet. So I kind of think there's a lot of value right now in doing some of these and capitalizing on the value of the ADP that hasn't moved that will. Cleveland's bye week's 9. Sir, or it's 11. It's 11 because Judkins, Ramondre, Josh Jacobs all have the same bye weeks. Kyron. All the fun offenses. Cleveland was 9 last year. That's why I said 9 at first. They were 9 last year. They're 11 this year. I hadn't read that until just now, so I think I have all the bye weeks pretty memorized. I mean, I'm not ready for the math side of it. There's only one. That's the only week that has the 6 teams on bye, right? Last year, there were 2 weeks that had 6 teams on bye. But yeah, let's I'm going to probably have 0 Brock Bowers in Eliminator also. I'm going to have basically 0 Trey McBride in Eliminator as well. The Raiders and the Cardinals didn't grade out well as teams for my stuff. Like, I would obviously take Swift if he falls, but there's 0 chance that Swift falls all the way back. The one problem with Bichon is that Judkins has the same bye week. I don't feel confident with Bashal Tootin for Eliminator either. Like, I'm not positive he's going to be the guy week 1. So, what's Libra doing here? Gibbs, Love, Smith feels fine. That feels fine. I think I just want McMillan. I'm going to take Adams first. And if I get Lamar back, I get Lamar back. If I don't, I don't. We got a different bye week there. We got Nico, Flowers, Adams. We're very strong at wide receiver, right? Like, these guys are going to get points every single week. And if I don't get him back, like, I'm fine taking Tootin or Quinshon. So, do we want to do Quentin, Tootin, Quinshon? Let's do Tootin here. And, like, I'm not worried about stacking. And I've talked about this a lot. I'm not really worried about stacking an eliminator. I think securing, like, taking the quarterback is more about securing the points for the team. So, like, I don't care if I'm stacking these quarterbacks that much. And I think Zay Flowers is a really, like, he's just going to be the guy there, right? But, Mr. Streamer, don't you know Xavier Flowers can't score touchdown? I do. I do know Xavier Flowers can't score touchdown. I know that you are a Flowers hater. And speaking of Flowers, Waddle is winning the poll by a landslide. Which of these last names, which are also words, do you prefer? Waddle, Burden, Pierce, and Flowers. Flowers is second. I kind of like, just as a name, like a last name that's Waddle is probably my favorite, and then Pierce, and then Flowers, and then Burden. Just for pure namesake, like just words that are also last names. That's where I'm at. So yeah, like I've got a very balanced team here. I'm probably going to end up with a quarterback at the next pick. Like I've been taking a ton of Dak Prescott, like a ton of Dak Prescott in this, which is one reason I've been passing on Pickens a little bit. And I've been doing the Dak plus Javonte thing a bunch. Just securing all of the Dallas Cowboys points in Eliminator seems like a really, really strong idea. Like, I think going Lamar plus Derrick Henry is the same kind of thing. Like, if they put up 27 points a week and you're capturing all those touchdowns, like 4 touchdowns a game with those 2 players, like, isn't that a pretty fun floor to have? And if 3 of those touchdowns go to Derrick Henry, like, then you're just like, you're cooking and your other quarterback gets you there, right? All right, so Ramondre Chuba. Like, I like Chuba a lot more in Eliminator than I do in the other format as well. But Jalen Hurts is a clear bet. And, like, I will take Hurts because he's got Devonta Smith. So he might like to stack in this. But I think it's better for both of our teams for me to have Hurts. And for, like, to secure those points. And he's got Lamar to secure the points opposite side of Zay. I mean, Marv is at the top here. We're gonna do that. We're gonna take the guy with the late bye week. I'm not gonna have a lot of Marv. Arizona is like the single worst rating team in the charts by far. Like, by far. But I also think he's a clear tier break there. And the week 14 bye does help out a lot. Like, I know I've argued the Gibbs thing, like, we're only going to have 3% of teams left, so I have Gibbs 1. Like, and I do believe that. But it is still better to have the later bye week. I just don't think it's better to have, like, better enough to have the super late bye week to advance less teams through the first 4 weeks. You know, like, I think that on average, taking Gibbs over Bijan is going to advance more teams through the first 4 weeks. That's just kind of where I'm at. So we got so for the audio listeners right now, we have a 1-2-4-0. We have Jalen Hurts. We have Bijan, Faisal Tutin, wide receivers Nico, Zay Flowers, Devontae Adams, Marvin Harrison Jr. So we're going to go 3, maybe even 4 late tight ends on this build. Probably 3. Almost for sure going to go with the RB at 95 and 98. But we're cooking right now. Like, we got an anchor Bijan. Nico, Flowers, Adams, and Harrison feel awesome. Faisal Tutin has that big upsides as well. And just think of the amount of touchdowns I got. You know, I got 10 touchdowns here. I got 1 touchdown on Flowers. I have 12 touchdowns in Adams. I've got probably 7 or 8 in Harrison, right? Yeah, as Peppertoni said, Zay can't score touchdowns, so we'll expect one, but I'll take 1,200 yards. With Zay Flowers had 1,200 yards and 4 touchdowns last year with a way less competent quarterback. That's ambitious, right? It's very ambitious. Like I'm setting these bars high, man, real high. Sometimes you just gotta close your eyes and hope. And that's where I'm at with Zay Flowers. You gotta close your eyes and hope sometimes. All right, so I mean Tucker Kraft coming back would be amazing. Kraft going later in Eliminator to me is hilarious. So he doesn't have a tight end. So I'm going to take Kraft over Reed because I have 4 wide receivers. And if Gainwell comes back, I feel pretty good about it. Yeah. So we got a 1-3-4-1. We got Jalen Hurts, Bijan Robinson, Paschal Tootin, Kenny Gainwell. Wide receiver, Nico Collins, Zay Flowers, Devontae Adams, Marvin Harrison, and Tucker Kraft. Tucker Kraft's one of my highest owned players in Eliminator right now. I mean, I haven't been I haven't done a ton of them, right? But yeah, I feel good. I feel good about this. We got JT right here, Taylor Achane, Travis, Evans, Watson, Parker, Dowdle, Pittman, this is fun too. This is really, really, really solid by JT. King's got CMC, who I love. Pickens, who I also love. McBride, I get it here. Swift, Judkins, Warren, yeah. He's also building a solid squad. Achane, Travis, yeah. Yeah. Achane and Travis. Yep, exactly. So let's see what the other streamers doing over here. We got Jefferson, Barkley, Olave, Scadabo, Pollard. Taking Scadabo over Jacobs there. Then Blake Corum. I actually have Jacobs well ahead of Scadabo in Eliminator ranks. I think Jacobs is at 38 and Scadabo's at 41. As big as I am on Scadabo, and as much as I like Scadabo this year, their early schedule is not great, and Scadabo is coming off of a major, major injury, right? I don't really think that there's a suspension risk on Jacobs. Now, I was wrong last year with Rashee Rice, but he also just turned himself in randomly, right? And as long as that doesn't happen, nothing's going to happen to Jacobs this year, in my eyes. So Jordan Mason gets pulled up to 103 here, and Jonathan Brooks falls all the way back to 114. I do think Jonathan Brooks should be further down the ranks. And later tonight, I am going to go back and redo my Eliminator ranks for anybody who cares, and I will probably repost them. I mean, I'll take Kyler. Actually, yeah, we're going to take Kyler here. And we might just take Andrews, right? Running backs, we got all those guys. I like Pacheco and Eliminator, so I'll just wait on that position. Let's go Andrews. It is better on my ranks. I can stop at 2 there, I think, with 13 and 11 on bye weeks. You got a lot of capital spent there. I'm probably still going to tack on a third quarterback, but a late one, like. Do you? Let me go double check it. Well, week 1 you get Dallas. I guess that is pretty strong. Let me look at something real quick, actually. Yeah, so what it is, so my weighting stuff has the Giants 2 spots ahead of the Packers, right? But if you look at both charts, I have one that is, yeah, it's like I'm not going to reveal the full members only thing, but basically 2 spots ahead the Giants are to Green Bay. But if you use the implied team total chart that and you use those same matchups with the implied team total chart as well, like it becomes the Packers are very high. The Packers are 6th, and the Giants, if you're using implied team total through the first so many weeks scaled, they're all the way down at 27. So, like, because the team is projected to score so many less points, we'll take Pacheco here. Like I said, I like the Pacheco pick in Eliminator specifically. They're going to score a ton of points. He'll fall in the end zone a couple times. We are back. Yeah, it's roughly the same, and that is exactly where I landed too. To where I like it slightly. Let's go with Trey Tucker. My rankings have Jennings here, but I don't want 0 Tucker. I think Tucker's just a good play. What is an eliminator-ass pick? Well, my eliminator-ass picks, Javonte Williams. Actually, Pacheco is probably a really good example, right? Or Jordan Mason, probably the best example. He's going to have 6 to 8 touchdowns and like 700 yards. That's what Harbaugh x Matt Nagy with the side of Green. Yeah. Oh, right. And like with that being said, though, like Scatabo is probably going to project for a higher amount of the Giants' total fantasy points than Jacobs will, right? So even though the Packers are going to score a lot more points early on, yeah, Chuba feels very eliminator because, like, if he gets replaced, it'll be later, right? So But Scatabo is going to be a bigger percentage of the pie of the total fantasy points. So, like, the Scatabo stuff is good, but he is coming off of that injury a little bit, right? I'm going to mix them in together. Like, I'm going to take some Jacobs. I'm going to take some Scatabo. I'll have slightly more Jacobs than Scatabo in Eliminator. So there is that. Jacoby Myers is an Eliminator ass pick too. Like, I think Devontae Adams is an Eliminator ass pick. You can just hear it right now. Cowherd saying Giants are setting up to win. Elite coaching. I mean, I don't care. Like, I haven't listened to Colin Cowherd in forever. I've never been less impressed with somebody's takes. And like Cowherd literally, he was one of the very first people to just say stuff to get clicks. Like, he's click farming without actually, like, but on a set. And Bestball, yeah, all right, so we have a 2-5-2 right now. I mean, Jawan Jennings might fall back. Sean Tucker is an Eliminator ass pick. Like, Sean Tucker is maybe the most Eliminator ass pick out there. Like, give me Tucker plus Gainwell here. Like, behind Baishal Tootin. Like, that's fun. So we just want points, right? Let's just take AJ Barner here. Oh yeah, I was just okay. Got it. Well, I've never ranted on Colin Cowherd before, so there you go. I was like, if I was able to just say stuff to slightly anger people to make a bunch of money and not actually have to do physical labor for my job, I would probably do it, you know? I don't know. I might not. I probably wouldn't. I'd probably give actual takes. Whether they're good or not, we don't know. Hey, if you guys are just popping in, if you can smash a like, that'd be fantastic. I'd love to get to 30 likes. Also, if you haven't hit the sub, go ahead and hit that sub. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs before NFL kickoff. I think I could if I tried. I mean, I'll argue with them. There's only one person in the world that I would not accept as a guest. Like, one sports person in the world that I wouldn't accept it as a guest. And it's some people's favorite guy. And it's Stephen A. Smith. Absolutely. Easily. The one person I would never accept as a guest. I don't care how many views or whatever it would give me. I would never accept him as a guest. I didn't even notice Zero in here. What's up, Zero? DeAndre Hopkins. I mean, we could have a sit-down conversation with DeAndre Hopkins, and I could ask him flat out, like, what he thought about the way Andre Johnson was treated after his arrival. Oh, I did? Got it. Sky Moore. Sky Moore. I don't hate on Sky Moore. I mean, I hated on Sky Moore still being on our team, but that wasn't a Sky Moore problem. That was a we need to cut him problem, right? All right, so Uh, I'm definitely moving Cup down in these ranks. Yeah, let's go with Darnell Mooney. Now we have a double week 13 bye. We have a double week 8 bye. That's kind of fine. I think I'm okay with these running backs, honestly. Actually, I'm going to take Katron Allen as a big upside swing if he's there. I don't know what to draft this week. I'm Max Chihuahua. I'm doing eliminators. I'm assuming a puppy drops maybe tomorrow. Maybe I'm being hopeful, but I think we might get a puppy tomorrow. It looks like if we go to the lobby, Dalmatian's close to being filled, Pitbull's close to being filled, German Shepherd Superflex will probably be filled. Dalmatian's close, right? Pitbull did close. So a lot of those contests have closed now. I bet we might get two things tomorrow. I think tomorrow we might get a puppy and a mid to higher range contest. Have they done the golden yet? They haven't done the golden, right? They usually drop the golden sometime around now, but that's just a single entry. I could see like a $10 20 max or something, something like that drop. So our wide receivers: Nico, Zay, Adams, Harrison, Tucker, Mooney. Vele to me is a really fun pick, but I have double week 8 bye. I don't have any. I have 1 week 11 bye. If Cup makes it back around, we'll take him. Yeah, we haven't got to 30 likes. If we get to 30, I'll do another draft. But I think I'm gonna chill. I kind of just want to go. I think I'm pretty solid until bye weeks hit, and my first bye week is week 8. I think the Torrey Horton swing down here kind of makes the most sense over Cup. And I kind of think we're going to get Horton healthy early. Yeah. I haven't watched the video of Hayden posted a video, like a thank you underdog video. I haven't watched it yet. I've seen it pop up. I'm going to do that later. I'm going to refrain from any comments about it until I hear what Hayden and Josh say, basically. I get the feeling Josh will be a lot more. If I were to guess, if one of them is going to be a little more hateful, it'd be. I think Josh is the one that gets more fired up over things. I could see that. But he also, if I haven't seen anything from him, maybe he knows that. Maybe he's holding off. All right. We got a 2, 6, 7, 3 here. We got Jalen Hurts and Kyler Murray. Stopping at 2 feels okay. Bijan Robinson, Bashaw Tootin, Kenny Gainwell, Isaiah Pacheco, Sean Tucker, Katron Allen. Wide receivers: Nico, Zay Flowers, Devontae Adams, Marvin Harrison, Trey Tucker, Darnell Mooney, Torrey Horton. Tight end: Tucker Kraft, Mark Andrews, and AJ Varner. I think this is a really solid team all the way through. Let's review Cade. Mute bars. Tell me if you're. I know you listen. I don't remember if you are a member. I'll actually go look it up right now. So, all right. They're announcing something tomorrow. Sounds like they're going to continue the same show. Yeah, like the show was always called Josh and Hayden, right? And honestly, I think they'll do a better job not tying everything to Underdog, right? Like being able to do things for all the sites, all the different things. Like I think it's kind of like how Fantasy Stock Exchange, how Trevor Sikkema got released from PFF. To me, I mean, it sucks. I love Trevor Sikkema, but for what he does, I think in the long run, it's better for him because his channel, the Fantasy Stock Exchange, is such a good channel, and being able to fully focus on that, like, should just be way better for him. And I think the same thing could be said for Josh and Hayden, maybe. So we got Cade, we got 2772, Joe Burrow, and Justin Herbert. We got Breece Hall, Chris Rodriguez, Tyrone Tracy, Keaton Mitchell, Tajay Spears, Emmett Johnson, Justice Hill. That's a thin running back room for Eliminator. Double by week 7 as well. But you definitely hit it with volume and a bunch of guys who could get things done, or like Tajay, Keaton, Tracy, Rodriguez. One of them probably gets a touchdown almost every week, right? So maybe it works if Anchor Breece is good enough. Jamar Chase, Tedero McMillan, Neighbors. I'm still out on it. Where did I rank Neighbors? I rank Neighbors at 60 for Eliminator, and I don't even know that I would take him there. Mekhi Lemon, Michael Wilson, Juwan Jennings, Travis Hunter, and then Brock Bowers, Pat Freiermuth. Love this. Yeah, I don't love the rookie after Neighbors either. But you did get this giant fall in Juwan Jennings. And you got Bowers. Like, it could work, but you definitely need to ping pong weeks there at running back. All right, we got JT. Yeah, we're 2 likes away, but I would kind of like to leave as well. We got a 3-5-7-3 here. We got Jordan Love, Malik Willis, and Geno Smith. Yeah, I draft teams that aren't my favorite too, man. Like, sometimes you draft a shitter, you know. Sometimes the room doesn't work with you. 3-5-7-3. That's why we draft hundreds of them, right? Maybe thousands. Jordan Love, Malik Willis, Geno Smith. Running back, Jonathan Taylor, Devon Achane, Travis, Rico Dowdle, George Holani. That feels good. Feels really good. Wide receiver, Mike Evans, Christian Watson, Parker Washington, Michael Pittman, Casey Concepcion, Pat Bryant, Harold Fannin, Kenyon Sadiq, Greg Dulcich. This is just a very balanced, well built out roster there by JT. I love that team, JT. Really do. I really do love that team. We got 0 here. I got a hair stuck right there. This poor guy, just Travis. He is. He's just Travis. 3-6-7-2. Bo Nix, Daniel Jones, and Bryce Young. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs, Aaron Jones, Dylan Sampson, James Conner, Malik Davis. I don't mind this. I'm probably not going to click. So I will say players like Malik Davis right now in Eliminator, I'm not taking any of. Like, we have no positive news, and it's a 0 hurts you so much more in Eliminator than any other contest. So I get the Connor thing though. Like, I would take him if I needed a 5th. Adding the 6th here on Malik Davis feels pretty bad, because if you're going to add, like, this feels good enough, right? Henry, Jacobs, Jones, Sampson, Connor. Adding this, like, it might just be a free pick, but that free pick being a wide receiver, more wide receivers are on the field at a time, so they have a better chance to hit your lineup as a throwaway dart. And the zeros like really do hurt you in this. And with this contest being open all the way up until probably late August, if Malik Davis does become the thing you need, a lot of teams are going to take him back then too, without the risk. Wide receiver, and all the camp reports have been that it's Jaden Blue. CeeDee Lamb, Rashee Rice, Cardinal Tate, Godwin, Alec Pierce, Romeo Doubs, Trey Harris. Love this. Pierce being maybe hurt. That's why he fell to 86. I kind of think he starts week 1, but we'll find out. Tyler Warren and Kate Otten, that's fine. Zero knows what he's doing, though. I don't personally love the Malik Davis pick for this. And then the stream opposite here, we got a 3-5-7-3. Jared Goff, Cam Moore, Tua, running back. Barkley, Scadabo, Pollard, Blake Corum, Marshawn Lloyd. Love this. Justin Jefferson, Chris Olave, Roma Dunze, Quentin Johnston, Stephon Diggs, Ryan Flournoy, Keenan Allen, Kyle Pitts, Juwan Johnson, Gunnar Helm. Yeah, just a solid squad there by them. But we are going to jump in another draft. We got the 30 likes. I did promise at 30 likes we will do another draft. And I'm going to jump in. I'm going to do the countdown. I'm going to jump in. And as I'm entering, I'm going to go pee. So good luck.
We never leave the brine. Fury, endless, breaks, relentless, fantasy, reigns, who wins, immortal.
Waiting on one for an eliminator. Waiting on one for an eliminator. Eliminator, sir. Eliminator. I had to go pee, so sorry. Hopefully you get in if you wanted to. All right, so we got the 111. Cade at the 12, King QC at the 10, Mute back at the 6, Jerry at the 5, Zero at the 4, Libra at the 1. So this will be the last one, though. This will be my last draft today. Yeah, we're almost always back to back. Oh man, sorry about that. I had to leave for just a second, sir. We got this guy named Crazy J 09 109 here. Crazy J 109. I'm gonna remove the dogma thing. All is well. All right. Yeah, so Big Sweezy at the 2. I love that name. That's a fun name, isn't it? Big Sweezy. So, as you'll see in my rankings, I love Derrick Henry in this. I'm probably going to just take Derrick Henry over and over and over again. He's probably going to be my biggest stand in Eliminator by the end of it. Crazy J sounds like he flies off the handle when his wife doesn't have dinner prepared when he gets home. Yep, sure does. All right, so we get Derrick Henry. And we'll take Saquon. Genty pull up. I actually have Genty lower in I have him at 6 apparently. I thought I had him lower in Eliminator. He doesn't need to be. I did move him up because of how valuable running backs are. Because running backs are more valuable in Eliminator. I will say with this double anchor, though, that I have, I am definitely probably just pushing. I don't know. I might go Scatabo here. I might do the Scatabo thing next. Let's do this. I'm going to see if I can't get my Eliminator stuff uploaded. All right, so should be able to show my Elim stuff now. All right, so yeah, we'll have, when it comes back to us, we don't have any, like as you see here, I have Jeremiah Love like buried in these ranks. Do I not have any Barkley? Okay, I only have one Barkley team. So I mostly need to look at the Henry team. Yeah, I have 21% Henry in Eliminator. I think he's just kind of a clear, awesome pick for this. So I'm going to continue to just take him in the first round for Eliminator specifically because I'm not looking for the ceiling end of season outcome stuff. You know ball. And the Eagles also have a pretty good early season schedule kind of thing going on too. So, I mean, if Travis falls all the way back, we'll take him. How dare you, young Steve? Young Steve? Young Steve and Crazy J. Young Steve and Crazy J in here, just causing panic, being out there, being crazy.
Let's draft. Who hears? Bestball.
I have 100% of my Olave with Derrick Henry. Let's not do that. I think I just do this because we just do that. And then we might do one of those two. And if not, we just double up both of them. Call it good. I don't have any Garrett Wilson. This is a tough pot. 21% also. Montgomery's schedule is really good for Eliminator. I was just reading a Reddit thread. The people's are you now one of these people? Like, were you convinced that you need to do this? Is this now your thing? Let us know. And thanks for sharing, sir. Thanks for sharing. Appreciate it. Very intrigued. Not gonna lie.
Let's draft. Who beams Bestball?
As an original Reddit user, I'm sad to say that website sucks now. I never really got into the Reddit stuff. I just never did. I don't know. I just never really did. I mean, not if you just keep doing it. Maybe they get it waxed. I'm sure some people just get it waxed, right? This does not surprise me, W. And it also doesn't surprise me that Peppertoni was as well. There was a time I started doing some I tried to go into like some team thread stuff on, but it was so degenerate. Reddit was always so degenerate whenever you're looking at like sports stuff. It was a replacement for forums back in the day. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Let's draft.
Crazy J. Absolutely, man. Bleach and everything. You know. We're covering it all over here. That's what we're doing. Or we're covering nothing. I don't know. Imagine the power. Imagine the power. Just imagine the power, man. Just absolutely all the power. A shaved one. Not sure yet. I mean, I can't not do this, right? Go Ravens. Type it in the chat. Go Ravens. Look at that. Lamar on a 10-pick fall. And this room is just destroying wide receiver. Why does this room love wide receiver so much? All right, let's just fortify down the running backs. It would blow everyone's mind. Go Steelers. Possibly stinkier. Well, like I have the Ravens like entire offense kind of locked up, right? Now I got a bunch of capital spent in it. So this is gonna have to be a 2-quarterback team, probably. But I'm probably stopping at these 4 running backs too, right? Like Barkley, Henry, Scatabo, and Pollard. Like I just stop at those 4. I've never seen an eliminator room just not take running backs to a very big degree. How high am I on Jaden Daniels? I'm very high on Jaden Daniels. And it's not because of the first part of this sentence. Believe it or not, those things aren't related. They're definitely not related. Yeah, so for the people just getting in here or the audio listeners, we got a 1-4-1 here. We got Lamar at 59. His ADP is 48 in the eliminator. Running back, Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, Cam Scatabo, Tony Pollard. And Zay Flowers fell a couple spots as well. So we have the gigantic, basically just securing all of the Ravens points. All of the Ravens points is what we're doing. Yeah, we'll miss some Elijah Surratt points. We'll miss some Jacoby Lane points. We might even miss some Rashad Bateman points. I don't believe it, but we might. Jaden Daniels needs to stop running behind his mama before I draft him. I'm a grown-ass man, says Pepper Tony. That's a great statement. I mean, just give me Dak Prescott over here. Give me Caleb. Give me one of these 3. Like I'll just take whichever one. All right, let's All right, yeah, let's do Jaden Reed here. Give some of that spike week upside there in that room. And as you see, I have Blake Corum way ahead of ADP as well. I was actually debating on I was going to say Quentin Johnston. We're gonna take Tucker Kraft again. I know I just took Reed, but we're gonna secure some of these points in the passing game at Green Bay by this. I also don't have. I have a bunch of Kraft, but I don't have any of it with Lamar. So I still think QJ's kind of like unreasonable climb is wild. That is like, that is not even close to what QJ is. Like He's not in any way like Deshaun Jackson ever was. Devonta Smith maybe would be like Deshaun Jackson was. Like, I don't see that comparison at all. Andre Johnson versus Deshaun Jackson. Yeah. Yeah, because Andre Johnson is who the coach reminded him of. Yeah. Oh, I mean, he's a lot more. I mean, let's just go look at his spike weeks, right? I mean, do you guys realize that he didn't really have spike weeks after like week 8 or whatever last year, if I remember right? Like, he was only good at the beginning of the season. He was dominant at the beginning of the season. I want to make sure that that is correct because I heard that yesterday. All right. Well, it's not letting me go to that for whatever reason. All right. So I've got it up. I've got the FanSpeak guide up. We will go to it after my next 2 picks. Everyone else gets a pass but him. Right, and I do think that McDaniel will be able to do. I don't understand why he's rising so much so fast. Like, that's my thing. Like, I just don't understand why he just rose all of a sudden so fast. You know? Right, like the news, like we don't have new news on him, right? It doesn't like the rise doesn't make sense to me is all. That's it. Like I have him ranked around DK Metcalf and Cortland Sutton, but he's like shot past them, right? I mean, we could do that. We're going to take Wan'Dale, though. We need a third wide receiver. Let's get somebody who should be like a safe floor kind of guy since we're pushing it a bit. All right, so this is the Quentin Johnston last year. He had 2 okay games in week 16, 17, but he was shot out of a cannon. Then he did nothing bye week. I believe that was bye week. No, week 12 was bye week. 10 points. I guess that's fine, right? And then nothing, and then 2 okay weeks. So it is a little better than they were talking about. And I like the QJ. I like QJ. I just don't know that I like his current price is all. Right. He got compared to Andre Johnson. But like the one thing the market's not doing is Jim Harbaugh never talks hard. Like he only says positive things. That's all he does. It says positive things about his guys. Right. Like, he doesn't talk negatively about any player on his team. It's only positive. All year last year, that was happening. McDaniel does the same kind of thing. So, I'm not saying that they're lying or they don't believe these things, but, like, comparing every player on your team to a Hall of Famer, or an all-time all-pro kind of player. Like that's some people's way of only like just trying to boost their confidence, whether it's real or not. QJ as a talent is a really talented guy. He does have drops. I do think he drops less than the market believes he does. Because they always got like he always like falls apart in prime time. Like that's something he does. Like or he did in 2 years ago. I felt good taking him when he was in the Jaden Reed, Chris Godwin, and everything range. Well, so somebody needs to be. I do agree with the Keenan Allen not going back. Like all of them need to rise a little bit. I personally have rose Ladd and QJ and Trey Harris in all of my ranks because it looks very unlikely for him to go back, right? So that's where I'm at with it. I need to move. Yeah, we'll just take Stephon Diggs here, I think. I mean, Casey Concepcion. We'll take Concepcion here, and then we'll just take a quarterback on the way back around. We'll take Sam Darnold. We'll just take naked Sam Darnold. I could take Cooper Kupp later, or not. All right, we'll take Cam Ward. All right, so Cade might be using my rankings and just ripping off quarterbacks off of my ranks. Yeah, so I mean, Trey Harris is the one I think is the like best buy because we don't know what's going to happen. I do think that Trey Harris will end up being like, to me, I look at it as the Packers wide receiver room, right? Ladd is the QJ. QJ is, or Ladd is the Christian Watson. QJ is the Jaden Reed, and Trey Harris is the. I mean, Trey Harris is better than Matthew. Like, he's a better outside receiver than Golden, right? Like, profile wise. But like Ladd being the Christian Watson and QJ being the Jaden Reed type is kind of the way that I look at those two. In the like for the offense, Trey Harris is a better like blocker style guy than Matthew Golden, but Golden's way more explosive. But they've already said that I just kind of feel like QJ is going to be the 11 personnel guy, which could keep him more explosive when he gets on the field. I'm done after this one. We've only got 10 watching. Like, I appreciate everybody watching, but we got 32 likes. We got 10 watching. And I kind of felt like Safa before this one, but I gave a goal and we got there. So we got Cam Ward there. We're definitely done at running back. This room just continues to take wide receivers. Like, he's got 6, he's got 6, he's got 6. I don't ever take Jalen Naylor, like ever. And he's near the top of my ranks right now. Honestly, I'm just going to take a third tight end here. Um, do I want? I mean, I think I'd just take Pacheco, honestly. We'll do the Bryce thing. And we'll take Flournoy or Debo. I'm fine with either one. I'm assuming Cade will definitely take one of those two, probably Pacheco. But if he doesn't, I'm fine just taking Pacheco too. Yeah. Yeah, you'll understand like some of my rankings a little more by doing that. I think it was really good information. If you jump in the Discord, you can type in Hangout. Let me know who you are. But essentially what it is it kind of like targets certain teams based on two different metrics. I don't have those two metrics combined together, but I do have those two metrics to where I look at them and I use both of them when I'm ranking stuff. The metric on the left side of the chart to some degree factors in the right side of the chart. But if the right side of the chart, if you think the Jets are going to be a much better offense than the market does, like you can take that look at the right side of the chart and be like, okay, well, if their schedule is here and nobody thinks they're good, they're going to score less points. So you can move them up in your mind because just looking at the fact they have like I think it's like the 5th or 6th best schedule adjusted for early season production. Like, so if you think that they're going to be good on offense, hyper targeting Jets is kind of a thing you can do. So, like, looking at stuff like that, those charts kind of give you, hey, if I like this, is it worth attacking or not? You know. And obviously, you have to do your own, like, player takes and stuff. Like, well, this player I like, this one I don't, stuff like that. I'm kind of like removing that from those charts. So it is what it is. Well, we won't know how it does until the season starts, right? Like, I'm planning on doing 100 of these. We'll see if I get 50 plus advancing out of the first week. But really, my goal is to get more teams through like week 4. You know, like if I have a bad week 1, the way it's scaled out is that it should still, like, those teams are stronger in the next weeks as well, the next couple weeks. So the goal for me is to get the most teams like past week, like 6 or 7. I'm pretty out on Travis Hunter for Eliminator. I think Eliminator might be like Travis Hunter is a really, really bad pick. Like I was saying, I think Travis Hunter's big upside is one of the 3 get hurt, which seems reasonably likely. Receivers get hurt every year, and he has 3 people in front of him. So he's going to be a spot guy. They're going to bring him in sometimes every week, all season on offense. But if one of those guys get hurt, he's going to have a bigger role on that offense. And he's going to play on the offense less. Now, he is playing both ways, so his chance of getting hurt is still reasonably high, right? But, yeah. Let's go. I'm going to shoot for some upside here with might get some Tesla. I know that the market doesn't love it, I need to lower Cooper Cup in my eliminator ranks. I do need to do that. I haven't. I will probably redo my elim ranks later today. Let's go. Let's take Dontavian Wicks. Yeah, for Eliminator specifically, I don't like it. But I think that his upside for the playoff stuff is insanely high. I also think that I know I took him earlier on Drafters, but I do think he's a worse pick on Drafters as well. Now, if that injury happens early in the season and Travis Hunter just is a starter by week 4 or 5, it's going to look really bad for everybody who is out. He's one of those players, in my opinion, having 0 of in Best Ball Mania where the playoff stuff happens. I think it's a really scary proposition because he does have the talent. I know he was drafted 2 overall because he played both ways, but if he only played wide receiver, he's still a first-round talent. I know some people didn't necessarily think he was a first-round talent. He shouldn't have been as high as he was as just a wide receiver, and I fully agree with that. So you go in the Discord. You have to go to settings. Go to the settings in Discord. And there is a connections button on the right side. It's got a link on it. If you click that, you can link your YouTube to Discord. And when you link your YouTube to Discord, it will it should auto see that you're a YouTube member. And then 2 more channels will pop up. And it'll say, there'll be one that says ranks. And there'll be one that says members tools. And what the chart I've been referencing is in the members tools section for Eliminator. It's the only thing there right now. Eventually I'll put more stuff in there. I mean, if Gunnar Helm falls back, I will take him. But I'm probably just going heavy wide receiver. Did it work? Let me know if it worked. We got so Flowers, Jaden Reed. Honestly, Antonio Williams is still here. I don't love Antonio Williams for Eliminator either. I'm kind of waiting to see where Diggs and Debo sign to take Antonio Williams in Eliminator. I think Antonio Williams is a possible landmine in Elim. Copy. I mean, if we have to, we have to. I probably... All right, so we get Gunnar Helm. And I'm assuming Cade is going to take one of these 2 for sure. Oh, he took Stribling instead. So let me make sure my bye weeks are good there. Yeah, we'll take Jeremy Bernard. All right, so we got a 3-4-8-3 here. We got Lamar, Cam Ward, Bryce Young. I think 3 quarterbacks in Eliminator, even with an elite, is kind of the move. The elites sometimes don't have big games, but they give you such a big floor throughout the season that it's fine. And Bryce fell a few picks. I didn't spend much on my 2 and 3, so I am relying on him fully, right? But these two I waited on. Then we got Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, Scatabo, and Pollard. That feels strong enough. Flowers, Jaden Reed, Wandale, Casey Concepcion, Ryan Flournoy, Tesla, Dontavian Wicks, Jeremy Bernard. Might be a little weak at wide receiver, but tight end, Tucker Kraft, Laporta, and Gunnar Helm. Like, we're just hoping to get some points here at wide receiver. Zay plus Wandale are kind of anchors. I know Wandale doesn't feel like an anchor to a lot, but he kind of is. And if Concepcion works, he will kind of be that kind of guy. He'll get a bunch of targets as well. And I have a lot of early season production here. Like, I think Dontavian Wicks will have early season production. And Flournoy plus Tesla are on high-powered offenses that are going to score a lot of touchdowns. And Jaden Reed, like, he'll have some big spike weeks. So this wide receiver room is a little on the thin side. But as I kept talking about, like, the room kept just smashing wide receiver over and over and over again. So I just built every other position out very strong. Like, tight ends, Tucker Kraft, Laporta, and Gunnar Helm is insane. Running backs, Henry, Barkley, Scatabo, Pollard, incredible. Lamar, Cam Ward, Bryce Young. Like, I could have not taken Bryce Young or Gunnar Helm and added an extra dart down here at wide receiver. I could have added Pat Bryant here. But I kind of think that taking Gunnar Helm makes more sense overall. We'll find out if that is true or not. So let's review Cade's team. We got a 3-5-8-2 here. We got Sam Darnold, CJ Stroud, Shadur Sanders. Running back, James Cook, David Montgomery, RJ Harvey, Pacheco, Sean Tucker. That Pacheco fall and Sean Tucker, like, those two picks feel really good here. Jefferson, Devonta Smith, DJ Moore, Quentin Johnston, Jacoby Myers, Adonai Mitchell, Malik Washington, Jashawn Stripling. That feels pretty strong. I was very close to taking QJ when I took Kraft, but I was pretty positive. I should have looked. You probably wouldn't have taken Kraft with Tyler Warren, but I was very close to taking him there. Jacoby Myers, I would have liked QJ over Jaden Reed for sure. Myers, Adonai Mitchell, Tyler Warren, Kyle Pitts. You might have. You went Pitts Warren, so you probably would have done Warren plus Kraft there. I like the team, Cade. We got King of QC here. Best part about wide receiver rooms like this and RBs and even tight ends that can flex. Yeah, exactly. And I know I'm going to lose wide receiver almost every week, but I should kind of dominate the other positions, right? So I have guys with high upside in the wide receiver room. I think the Wandale pick was clutch there, and every single time, like, they just kept taking wide receivers. But we got a King QC. We got a 3-5-7-3 here. We got Dak, Jared Goff, and Mendoza. Running backs, Amari Hampton, Jacobs, Bucky Irving, Chuba, Jonathan Brooks. Wide receiver, CeeDee Lamb, Garrett Wilson, Josh Downs, Stephon Diggs, Rashid Shaheed, Christian Kirk, Ted Hurst. Tight end, Brenton Strange, Juwan Johnson, and A.J. Barner. That's a good team. And then we got 0. I have St. Brown over JSN. What I'm doing is I want like 5 to 6% JSN. And I'm very happy being well overweight St. Brown. And I'll take St. Brown over CMC and JSN. I'm fine with it. You can decide, like, if you believe that CMC isn't going to regress off of the 400 touches, CMC should be your 104 or 105. Like, if you do think he's going to regress off of the 400 plus touches, then he should be kind of maybe even lower than I have him ranked. All right, so we got 0, 3, 5, 7, 3, Trevor Lawrence, Jordan Love, and Geno Smith. Running backs, Breece Hall, Judkins, Chris Rodriguez, Woody Marks, Jaden Blue. I love this running back room. It doesn't feel like he waited. Like, this kind of running back room is why doing a limb right now is pretty good, because the C-Rod pick feels really good. The Woody Marks pick feels really good. And Jaden Blue could be a smash. Puka, Waddle, Harrison, Tyson, Lemon, Tucker, Thornton. He got Bowers on this team. That's a very strong team by 0. And then we got Jerry. Let me see. I don't know. Yeah, so that is it for the members, I believe. But I want to thank everybody for coming out. Tomorrow I will be on with Meg from Fanspeak Network. Also, if you guys haven't hit the like, go ahead and smash that like. If you're new and you haven't subbed, go ahead and hit the sub. We're trying to get to 1,000. But I'll see y'all tomorrow with Meg, Fanspeak Network. Peace.